If you guys are new to the channel, man, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, because on this channel we talk about mostly camera gear and stuff to make filming even better and easier at a budget. Today I'm going to talk about my camera rig and why I use this camera rig, and we're going to do a little breakdown and exactly tell you guys why I use everything on this camera rig and why I think you should too. Alright, so first, let's talk about this camera. This is the Sony FX30. The reason why I use the Sony FX30, a lot of people confuse it with the FX3, so you can get onto a lot of bigger budget shoots by saying that you use an FX3. And my thing, what I've done, I have taped off any logos. I don't know if you guys can, any logos that say it's a Sony FX or anything in Sony in general. I taped it all off, like even the lens, everything. I've taped it off just because, you know, for one, so people don't know what kind of camera you're shooting on. Two, thieves can't steal it. The reason why I chose to start my base off as the Sony FX30, because one, the price a lot cheaper, it's a lot budget friendly. Two, it has that dual base ISO of 800 and 2500, which I love. I know people think is 2500 not that great, but it's more useful than I think 12,000, because who really shoots in the night pitch black? Like, I understand some people do like run and gun stuff in like concerts and stuff like that. Those guys, sure. But if you're gonna set up your lights, you got control of your lights, that is perfect. And I find that the 12,800 ISO on this camera is pretty damn clean, because I've used that ISO a lot and I find it's very clean. All right, so pairing this, let's talk about the cage. The cage is, I am using a newer cage. I love this newer cage. It comes with the little monitor right here, the monitor to clamp down your monitor if you're using a monitor. I know you guys probably say why I'm using my phone. We'll talk about that later. It comes with a nice, right here, this top handle, which is a newer top handle, very comfortable. If anybody has used a newer top handle, you will know that newer makes some of the best top handles, like the most comfortable top handles you have ever seen. And a lot of you guys probably wondering, what is this? Okay, like, this camera is expensive. First of all, this is a Apple tag. This is a little holder for your Apple tag from Small Rig, which I love this thing, because not only is it screwed on here and it uses a special kind of hex screw like the Star ones, so it's very hard to take off. Also, this is, you can't break this off. This is almost impossible. You really gotta like smash the camera to break this off. And plus, if you spend this much money, you're gonna want to know where your camera is all the time in case you lose it, you forget it, someone steals it. No, this thing, I feel like if someone steals your camera, someone holds you up, wants to jack you, whatever, like, you just give it up. Like, here you go, you know, it sucks. But knowing in the back of your head that you can track that camera everywhere, and when it comes time to call the police after the cameras or someone's stolen your camera, you can easily track it with this. Next, we have the battery that powers this. This is also a newer battery. I love this battery. This is a 9 watt-hour battery. Great. Powers my camera. It powers my monitor setup here. You know, the monitor setup powers that really nice. And also, pairing that, I have the newer V-mount kind of style plate at the bottom here. This plate makes my camera so light, so nimble. It's not that big, very small, as you guys can see, very compact, and I love it for that. That's why I got this plate. I like, originally I saw a lot of people using those rods. Rods are great if you're doing like follow focus, I guess, and you want to make your rig bigger. But me personally, I was looking something light, small, easy to carry around, and very compact. Like, this is really compact, as you guys can see. This is very compact, very light. The lens that basically sits on this camera, which I love so much why I love this lens, and it sits on my camera, is the 18-105 Sony G lens. It's not a G Master lens, but a Sony G lens f4 lens. Okay, the reason why I use the f4, I do a lot of basketball stuff, and sure, I could get the 2.8, which costs a lot more. To tell you this lens only costs like what, $600 brand new. You get it used for like 400 bucks on Facebook Marketplace. But this lens has power zoom, and power zoom paired with the Sony FX30 right here, you use the zoom rocker, and this, oh man, this is so good. Nice, smooth zooms in and out, and also it's focus. Like, it keeps everything in focus while zooming. You don't gotta worry about that rush zooming. Everything's in focus as you're zooming in and out. So nice. I really love this lens. That's why this lens stays on my Sony camera. Okay, this lens basically stays. Then also, I got a newer ND filter, the 1:9 ND filter. I believe this is the true color one. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, put it out there. This is a decent ND filter from 1 to 5. If you go higher than that, I find it starts getting a lot of vignetting around the corner. For me, the vignette is not that bad. I can deal with it. Clean up in post. But if you really it's a cheap ND filter and does the job. Yeah, it has vignette, and most times some people actually like the vignette, because I personally like the vignette because it brings everyone's focus to the center of the video, which is normally the player or whatever I'm doing. I want the center, and yeah, the vignette in it. Sometimes I even add vignette in post after I'm done. So this lens stays on my camera. This is the, like, again, this is a Sony G Master 18-105 f4 lens. And I like the f4 because I said most times you want to stop down because you want to keep everything, like, the specific person in focus. Now moving on to the monitor. A lot of you guys may see, like, I'm using my phone. I use the Sony app, and the reason why I use this is because I didn't want to have to carry another like monitor when I'm going out. I have a very small bag. I mean, it's a 25-liter camera bag. I try to keep it very light, very small. Sure, I could put a big monitor in there. I had a newer F700, the 7-inch monitor. That was a great monitor. I liked it. But it was very big, and I find myself a lot of times I had more cables. As you guys can see, I basically have two USB-C cables running to my phone and running to my camera. Sometimes I only have one. Sometimes I may just unplug the one that goes to the battery to the camera, and I just plug the camera straight into the phone, making it wired, and only use one cord. And then normally I switch back and forth. Like, see if my camera's dying, I may plug it and switch it and plug here. But I find just having two wires is very clean, very nice, very minimal. So I like doing that. The phone, I am using a little, what's this? This is a small rig MagSafe. So basically MagSafe adapter from small rig, which works really nice. If you need to adjust your phone, like let's say you want to go down, see what I mean? You can go up, down, fully around like that if you want to film. I like that a lot. I thought that worked very nice for what I do. And then you can lock it up nice and tight. This again is a newer, it's one of the newer monitor mounts, and with a small rig. I know I use a lot of newer products. Newer is not sponsoring this, but I do have a lot of newer products. I have newer tripods and everything. I find a newer makes very good quality stuff. If you guys ever use newer stuff, let me know in the comments down below that, yeah, you agree with me that they do make very good quality stuff. Back to the phone. Like I said, I use the app because what I like about using my phone is that it's basically touchscreen. You can touch to focus anything on the screen. It works really nice. You can touch the track once you set up in the camera. Touch the track works really nice. You can touch the record. You can change all your settings. And the best part about it is you can also, like, say, go to screen record. You can actually record your screen through your phone. Majority of the times you gotta buy like these monitors that cost like $600, $800 to have these features. And you can just hit record right from the screen. As you can see, I'm gonna put that up. You guys can see that. You record it right from the screen. And you can use it as a recorder. And I really like this feature. And I didn't want to spend another $700, $600 on buying a monitor that does this. I find that using your phone, something you have in your pocket all the time, yeah, people might say then you lose your phone and you can't be using your phone while you're not gonna have a phone while you're recording. But I say, why not? If you're recording at a game or whatever, you should be just focusing on what you're doing. You should be on your phone anyway, right? And this way your phone keeps charged, your camera keeps charged, because it's all being charged from this one big battery, and this goes all day. Like sometimes I go for like 8-hour shoots, and I find that my battery's only like at 50%, not like 60% sometimes. And I still have that's after 8 hours straight shooting, recording, and filling my SD cards, and it's great. For my Sony, I am using dual, using these, let me see if I can focus on this. We're using dual CF Express A. I love CF Express A because it's much faster. It's reads much faster. You can unlock all the shooting frame rates. 4K 120, it records really fast, really crisp, beautiful pictures. I love this camera. And like I said, again, I got this because it's a lot budget friendly. It's like everything under here cost me under probably, I would say, $3,000 with the lens and everything. The camera in Canadian prices. All right, this is Canadian. Camera was about $2,200. The lens, another $500. The battery and everything else. All the small stuff added up. I don't count the phone. I know some people say, oh, your phone's a monitor, but the phone is something that we all have. And plus, if you really want, you can pick up a cheap phone on Amazon. Amazon sells these cheap phones, which I have tried a cheap phone before. Believe me, I tried a cheap phone before, and it worked great. Actually, one of those cheap Samsung A16 phones. They work really nice. They no lag, nothing. And the best thing about your phone, which I honestly forgot to mention, is you could just, if you really want, you could just take it off. Right? You can take it off. You can use it as a wireless monitor. Right? You can use it as a wireless monitor for whoever, like say if someone else is the director or something, you're on a shoot, the director wants to see what's going on. You can just use this as a wireless monitor and it works really nice. Yeah, there's some latency as you guys can see, but it's not that bad. Honestly, I think the YouTube video is making it a lot worse. The latency is not that bad, and plus it's great as a second as a wireless monitor for a director. Like this, you guys know how much a wireless monitor costs? Like the whole system? That's another thousands of dollars added on when you can just use your phone and it's just as good. All right, so that's it, guys. That's pretty much my camera rig breakdown. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys using the same camera rig? You guys think I should change something? Or are you guys gonna start using your phone as a monitor? It's always in our pockets, and all of us have it. Your phone has a monitor. You can record the screen, whatever the screen recording, right off your phone. You don't got to use one of those high-end, Shinobi Ninja V5s that cost another extra cost. When you have your phone that does everything, believe me, it's great. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. Before you leave, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helped me out a lot. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Bye.